Tamás Jozsef Torma, ambassador of Hungary to our country, was born in 1974. He has worked in various positions in the Hungarian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Tamás Jozsef Torma has also represented Hungary abroad for many years. He has been ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary of Hungary to Azerbaijan since 2022.
Greetings, Mr. Ambassador. We welcome you to our program officials. We are glad to have the opportunity to discuss diplomatic relations between Azerbaijan and Hungary, including issues related to the region as a whole.
So thank you very much for your invitation, and it is my honor and my pleasure to give an interview to Baku TV that I follow continuously. And thank you very much for this initiative.
Azerbaijan and Hungary have maintained diplomatic relations for more than 30 years. How do you assess the relations between the two states based on the principles of friendship and brotherhood?
Well, relations between Hungary and Azerbaijan are really excellent. The basis of these relations is the feeling of kinship and brotherhood between our nations. And on the basis of these feelings, in the last years, in the last 30 years, we have developed really close interstate relations, which cover all aspects of political, economic, cultural, humanitarian fields, as well as the field of energy. So to sum it up, I can say that our relations are very close, very active, which is helped by the continuous meeting of our leaders between our ministers, and even at the level of the heads of states. We have regular meetings. Shortly, I can say that our relations are very close and very friendly.
Since the establishment of diplomatic relations between Azerbaijan and Hungary, 45 documents have been signed in total, covering many areas of interest. Meetings between the heads of state and senior officials have been repeatedly held. Which sphere is more important in the development of relations between Hungary and Azerbaijan?
Well, I have mentioned that our relations are really close, really dynamic. And the political cooperation, the meeting between political leaders is very active, very frequent. But I would also like to highlight the field of economic cooperation. In the last couple of months or years, our participation in the rebuilding of the liberated territories has been in focus. But I can add that we have established grounds between our countries. For example, when we talk about cooperation in the field of pharmaceuticals and the field of energy security. I would also like to add the field of education, or highlight the field of education, which has a huge potential between our countries. And it has an effect that it can also further boost economic cooperation and cooperation in the field of humanitarian field.
We can say that one of the reasons for the ongoing development of relations between our countries is our common roots. Hungary is also a country of Turkic origin. It participates in the Organization of Turkic States as an observer. Can Hungary become a permanent member of this organization in the future?
Well, Hungarian people are aware of their kinship, of their brother relations to Turkic people. Actually, in Hungary, we have a very serious history of the Turkic studies as well. And Hungary became interested countries. And the meeting and the participation at the meetings of Turkic organizations by Hungarian leaders is continuous at the ministerial level, at even the heads of state level. Actually, in 2020 summer, Shusha in Azerbaijan will host the informal meeting of the heads of states and governments of the Organization of Turkic States, and Hungarian participation is expected. So I can say that we can make use of this cooperation for the benefit of all of us, for the benefit of all participating countries. And we have a real substantial cooperation. and I believe the substance is more important than the format of the cooperation.
How do you see the unity and future of Turkic states?
Well, I see that in today's world we are experiencing very serious geopolitical and geo-economic changes. And we can say that the center of gravity of the global economy is moving from west to the east. And as a part of this picture, countries of Central Asia and South Asia will gain more importance. Their economic importance will be increased. Actually, the economies of these regions, according to various estimations and forecasts, will have a higher rate of growth than that of the western part of the world. In this respect, the Turkic countries, the region of the Turkic countries, but not only the region, but organizations that bring these countries together will gain more importance in the years to come. I would also like to highlight that the countries of the Turkic states, the 6 countries of the Organization of Turkic States, have a population of about 150 million people, GDP of 1.3 billion US dollars, and a territory of 4.5 million square kilometers. So the importance of the Turkic countries, the region of the Turkic countries, is difficult to overlook. And in light of the Russian-Ukrainian war, this fact has gained more evidence. Hungary has been actively developing its relations with the Turkic countries for the last at least 10 years in the framework of policy of Eastern opening. But in the light of the Russian-Ukrainian war, I can see that European countries, European leaders are also beginning to discover the importance of Turkic countries. So this is very much in line. This is very much in line with our policy. Hungary's belief is that that instead of forming blocks, we need a cooperation based on mutual trust, based on mutual respect, and based on mutual benefits.
Turkey's role in the new era is increasing. This is very important not only for Hungary, but also for the security of Europe. This was stated by Hungarian Foreign Minister Péter Szijjártó during a meeting with his Turkish counterpart Hakan Fidan. What do you think Turkey's development will bring to you and the Turkic world in general?
Indeed, I said that today's world is experiencing geopolitical and geo-economic changes. And we see that Turkey's role is becoming more and more important. In the upcoming years, according to predictions, Turkey might become one of the 15 leading economies on the global scale. So to sum it up, an answer to your question, we see the growing role of Turkey as a very important opportunity for our bilateral cooperation, but an opportunity for all the Turkic world as well.
Many countries, including large and powerful states, have problems dealing with separatism. Azerbaijan destroyed separatism by ending 30 years of occupation, changing the geopolitical situation in the region. Due to this, modern Azerbaijan has gained some success in the region and in the world. What can countries struggling with separatism learn from Azerbaijan?
Today's position of Azerbaijan is based on this wise policy in the last 30 years. Azerbaijan has also a very important position because of its location and its position as a source and a transit country for energy. And Azerbaijan plays a very important role in the connectivity, establishing connectivity links between East and the West. Actually, the policy of Azerbaijan has been marked. This policy of connectivity, this position of connectivity of Azerbaijan has been already marked by very important events that took place recently. For example, we can say the World Astronautical Congress last year, or the SPECA Forum also last year. And we are going to see many more very important global events in Azerbaijan. For example, we can think about the Global Baku Forum that will take place in March, but also we have to highlight the importance of COP29, which will take place in Baku in November, and it is the most important global event in the field of climate.
Hungary participates in the rehabilitation and reconstruction of Karabakh. The village of Sultanli in the Jabrayil district will be rebuilt by Hungarian companies. The Hungarian foreign minister also took part in the ceremony of laying the foundation stone of the village. What can we expect in the next stage of your participation in the recovery and reconstruction of the liberated lands?
Well, in 2020, Hungary was the first country to express its sincere intention to participate in the reconstruction of the liberated areas of Karabakh. But on the other hand, it was astonishing for me to see the cultural and historical richness of this region, as well as the natural wonders of the region. But what is even more important, and what had even deeper impression on me, is that I have experienced the Azerbaijani commitment, both on the level of everyday people and at the authorities. The strong commitment to reconstruct the liberated territories, and I could experience intellectual and creative energies when we see the we can see intellectual and spiritual energies guiding the reconstruction of Karabakh.
Educational, economic, humanitarian and cultural ties between our countries are well developed. What can be done to further strengthen these relations?
We have an outstanding record in the field of culture and education when we speak about our bilateral relations. One very important element of this relation, when we talk about culture and education, is the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program, through which the government of Hungary provides 200 scholarship to Azerbaijani students. Actually, Stipendium Hungaricum scholarships program goes back to a decade. It was started in 2013, and the Embassy of Hungary in Baku, on the 10th anniversary of the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program, initiated a project through which our diplomats visited 8 outstanding universities of Azerbaijan, actually 8 outstanding universities outside of Baku, because we wanted to reach out to students outside of Baku in the regions of Azerbaijan. And throughout this project that took place last October, our embassy was able to reach out to 1,000 students. And we saw very big interest in education in Hungary. Actually, Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program offers the possibility of education in Hungary in a wide range of fields, and it contributes it contributes to the further development of our cooperation, for example, in the field of academic researches, to say one example. One important element of our cooperation in the field of culture last year was the fact that Shusha, the cultural capital of the Turkic world, and Veszprém was one important element of our cultural cooperation last year was the fact that Shusha was the cultural capital of the Turkic world in 2023, and Veszprém and the Lake Balaton region was the European Capital of Culture in 2023. So it opened up a lot of new channels of cooperation between these regions, and I'm sure that we can rely on the experiences of this cooperation and extend our relations, our cooperation to several other cities and several other regions between Hungary and Azerbaijan in the future. I would also add, like I already mentioned several times during this interview, that there are very important institutions of the Turkic cooperation that are based, that have headquarters in Baku. One of them is TÜRKPA, and the other one is the Turkic Culture and Heritage Foundation. We have very good cooperation with both of the organizations, and it adds a lot to our bilateral cooperation.
Today, Azerbaijan is a net exporter of energy. It is in this field that there is cooperation between Azerbaijan and Hungary. The experience of Hungary and Eastern Europe in the field of thermal energy is being studied. What can Azerbaijan, which is a producer and exporter of energy, learn from your experience?
Okay, so about cooperation, fields of cooperation covered, I would like to begin by saying that the MOL Group entered Azerbaijan in 2019 by acquiring 9.57% of the stakes of the Azeri Chirag Guneshli giant oil field in the Caspian, therefore allowing it to transport crude oil from the Caspian region to the Mediterranean port of Ceyhan. This closing of this deal took place in April 2020. Since then, cooperation between the MOL Group and SOCAR is excellent, and I can add that Azerbaijan plays an important role in the future strategic plans of MOL Group. A second element that I would like to mention when we talk about existing cooperation in the field of energy is the question or the issue of the energy security. The Hungarian principle of diversifying sources and routes of energy doesn't mean that we want to simply exclude one source or one route, but we want to have as many of both as it is possible. The signing of the agreement between MVM Synergy, Hungarian company, and SOCAR about the optional supply of 100 million cubic meters of natural gas from Azerbaijan to Hungary opened up new possibilities of cooperation. And we see this agreement as a basis of a future contract for the possible purchase of up to 2 billion cubic meters of natural gas per annum from Azerbaijan. I would like to add that when we talk about energy security, we have to think in regional terms or broader terms. Here it is very important to mention that Azerbaijan, Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania, and Slovakia signed a memorandum of understanding on the creation of the so-called Solidarity Ring, which is about purchasing Azerbaijani natural gas and transporting it to Central Europe. On Hungary, on its part, it is ready to do what it is necessary to increase the transport capacity of natural gas from Romania to Slovakia to 5 billion cubic meters per annum. But I must add that in this respect, and of course talking about climate goals, clean energy, green energy plans, hereby I would again take the opportunity to congratulate Azerbaijan for hosting the COP29 in December, which is the most important global event in terms of climate protection. And Azerbaijani presidency of the COP29 will coincide with the Hungarian presidency in the European Council. Therefore, new areas of cooperation will be opened.
Azerbaijan, under the leadership of President Ilham Aliyev, has put an end to almost 30 years of occupation and defeated separatism in the country. Thus, Azerbaijan has implemented all UN resolutions and restored international justice. I would like to know your opinion on this matter.
I believe that Azerbaijan pursued a very wise policy in the last 30 years. It adhered to its national interest and to the principles of international law. And the full restoration of the sovereignty over Karabakh shows that this policy yielded its result. And here I would like to join our Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, who, when congratulating to President Ilham Aliyev on the election, on the results of the election, he expressed that the results of the elections shows that Azerbaijani people have full confidence in the policies of Ilham Aliyev. So therefore I join congratulating and wish a lot of success to the country, and I'm sure that a new, very dynamic area of development will begin.
Your insights have greatly enriched our understanding of the diplomatic opportunities and the results already available between the two countries, which are very important for the development of these relations. We thank you for your time and look forward to further cooperation.
I would like to join you in thanking for this cooperation, for the opportunity to have this interview. And I'm hopeful, but also sure that we will continue our cooperation with Baku TV that I follow frequently.
Thank you.
Thank you.